Brothers and sisters, let me ask you a very honest question. Have you ever reached a point where you looked behind you and trouble was chasing you, looked in front of you and the way was completely blocked, and looked all around you only to find no help in sight? If you said yes, then congratulations. You qualify to understand the story in Exodus 14. The people of Israel had just left Egypt. After 430 years of slavery, freedom was finally here. God had performed miracle after miracle. Pharaoh had let them go, and the promise was finally in motion. But then, suddenly, they found themselves trapped, the Red Sea in front of them, and the entire Egyptian army closing in from behind. Freedom started well, but the journey got scary really fast. Does that sound familiar to you? Here's the first thing we need to understand. God often waits until the very last hour. The sea didn't open when the Israelites first saw it. It didn't open when Pharaoh was still far away. It opened when every single human option was completely gone. Sometimes God allows the pressure to build up, not to destroy us, but to strip away our self-reliance. If God solved everything early, we'd say, "I planned that well," or "I knew the right person." But when God waits until the final moment, only one explanation remains. This one, only God could have done this. So if your breakthrough feels late, don't panic. God isn't late, He's strategic. Now, panic is human, but faith is a decision. The Israelites started complaining. Were there no graves in Egypt that you had to bring us out here to die? In other words, they were saying, at least slavery was predictable. Let's be honest, sometimes we prefer familiar suffering over unknown freedom. We think, at least that bad job was stable, or at least that toxic relationship meant I wasn't lonely. Faith is uncomfortable because it forces us to let go of control. But Moses said something powerful. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is to simply stop panicking. But here's the twist. The sea only opened when they started to move. God told Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to move forward." Forward into what? Into the water. God didn't part the sea before they moved. He parted it as they obeyed. Faith isn't waiting for perfect clarity. Faith is moving with God's instruction. Many of us are waiting for the full bank account before we start the business, or for full healing before we start serving again. But God is saying, start moving. I'll open the way as you go. Your Red Sea is not your final destination. The very thing that chased them, the Egyptian army, drowned. The very thing that blocked them, the sea, opened. The thing that scared them became their greatest testimony. The problem you think will finish you might be the very thing God uses to introduce you to your next chapter. Don't quit. Don't assume a delay means a denial. As long as you have breath in your lungs, God still has a plan for your life. If God opened the Red Sea once, what makes you think your situation is too hard for Him? If He did it for them at the last possible second, why are you giving up when there's still time on the clock? The Red Sea didn't open because Israel was perfect. It opened because God is faithful. So keep praying, keep believing, and keep moving forward. Because when God shows up late, He always shows up in a big way. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more encouragement.